Oh, Luigi, always getting yourself into some scary situations. Hey guys, my name is Bobby. Welcome to my first ever video. Although this video is mainly for a school project, I want to make this video as decent as possible. So let's get into our first topic. That one instance of Luigi getting scared out of his pants by a ghost is one of the many instances of ghosts in modern media. From the ghosts haunting Luigi's mansion to the many ghouls Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Gang have to face. Ghosts are everywhere. But outside of the screen, there can be ghosts roaming around the real world. Where are these ghosts? And more importantly, are they even real? Well, we have 3 points to cover, so let's strap on and poltergeists. We're about to go ghost hunting. First off, what is this thing? And more importantly, what do they even do? Well, the First Baptist Church, Jacksonville, states that a ghost is a soul of a dead person who's walking around among the living people. So we now know what they are. What if I told you that they had a motive? Let me explain. Or better yet, like Kevin Diggins, the person who wrote the article, do ghosts really exist? Embracing questions about the faith in the classroom, explain. Or what if that spirits would interact with our belief in an afterlife, and the souls of the dead moving on to purgatory and heaven? So we know that ghosts are the spirits of the dead trying to get to heaven, but they also make themselves known by paranormal activity. And according to Bonnie Butcher, who wrote the article, do ghosts really exist? Perhaps all phenomenon would be connected. Quote, ghosts are actually a family tree of interconnected phenomenon, not just one thing. So we now know that ghosts are all connected in paranormal activity, but how many people experience this kind of activity? Well, according to Barry Markovsky, who wrote the article, Are Ghosts Real? A social psychologist examines the evidence, a poll was run in 2001 with 1,000 people to ask them if they believe in ghosts. Barry says that 41% believe in ghosts, and 20% said he'd actually experienced them. So not only do 410 out of the 1,000 people believe in ghosts, but 200 people said they actually experienced paranormal activity. That's a big number. But how exactly do ghosts make themselves known? Well, according to Samuel Spencer, the person who wrote the article, there's signs beyond seeing ghosts. Disembodied voices in the night, strange apparitions, and a chill down the spine are all ways that ghosts can make themselves known. But Bobby, and you guys clickety-clacking on your keyboards, what is an actual place where paranormal activity had taken place? Let's turn our heads back to Samuel Spencer again, who mentioned a place named Pennyford Farms, where according to some of its residents, words began appearing on their walls in Welsh, a language some of them spoke, and that things began moving on their house on their own. Many people can experience ghostly activity by going to haunted places. What if I told you that you can experience it in your own bedroom? Samuel Spencer also introduces Chris French, a man who runs the Anomalistic Psychology Research Unit at London's Goldsmiths University, to the crowd. Samuel writes that he attributes many stories of ghostly visions to sleep paralysis? Really? It was that simple? I just had to hit the hay, and then when I woke up like a statue the next morning, the ghost of Herobrine will be at my bed. Although that would be a pretty terrifying encounter. But of course, I'm being facetious in that whole rant. Now, I'm pretty sure that at least some of you know something about sleep paralysis. You know how it's when you wake up and you can't move anything but your eyes, and something spooky stares at you from the foot of your bed. Even Samuel Spencer describes it as a kind of glitch in the normal sleep mechanics. But then again, there we have an example of sleep paralysis actually happening to one of Samuel Spencer's students. Samuel describes that one student of mine told me about waking up and there's a black cat by the side of the bed hissing at him, but had an inverted cat skull with black goo dripping from its mouth. So let me take notes of this. Can't move. Just got up from a nap. Creepy entity. Yep, that sounds like something out of my nightmares. This actually happened to another very popular YouTuber. Everyone, I give you Daniel Cal Drawings, who's a shorts YouTuber who does amazing work. I definitely recommend checking him out after watching this video. On the short titled Sleep Paralysis Explained, he actually describes an experience he had with sleep paralysis.
For me, I perfectly remember being able to open my eyes, but my body couldn't move. At first I thought my limbs were just asleep and tingly, but then I realized I couldn't feel anything. And I was genuinely afraid that I'd be paralyzed for life. My room was dark, and at the foot of my bed was a shadowy figure with glowing eyes slowly moving towards me. I actually thought I would die there, but in an instant the night turned into day and the monster was gone. I didn't even blink my eyes. It kind of felt like a jump cut in a movie.
Thank you for telling us your experience, Mr. Kyle. And tell Riggy I said hi. So now we know what ghosts are, how they make themselves known, and how we can experience it ourselves during our moment between consciousness. Can we say definitively that ghosts are real? Well, we know that ghosts are really spirits of the dead. We know that they tend to make themselves known by odd activity, and sleep paralysis is a surefire way of experiencing it. We even locked in a few people who witnessed, and even a place that houses paranormal activity. So, I can definitely say yes, ghosts are real. So Luigi, please be careful the next time you're exploring haunted mansions looking for Mario. Thank all of you for watching, and I will see you soon.
Bye bye.